Class, today we are going to be talking about things that rot your brain. Teacher, I hear the Ron Taylor report will rot my brain. Is that true? What a tool. Well, that's correct, Susie. If you listen to the Rob Taylor report, it will rot your brain. Therefore, you must dive under your desk, grab the back of your head, and do the duck and cover maneuver. Let's see this example. Mama, I want to watch the Rob Taylor report. Timmy, no! It's too late. You've been warned. Children should not watch the Rob Taylor report. Somebody please think of the children!
Oh, will someone please think of the children? Please, Marty, think of the children.
Timmy,
Chris.
look out!
I was late.
No!
That is such a good intro. So good.
It's like a total Friday night. You're watching something weird show on a local PBS public channel.
Yeah, you're on public access where it's
Public
like
access, yeah.
yeah, a couple of guys like Wayne and Wayne and Garth are doing a public access show, and it's like party on, excellent Friday night. Rant.
On
Is the
Friday night,
explosion as loud in
absolutely.
everyone else's ears as it is in mine? That like boom in the beginning. It's like
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it startles me every time. I mean,
it
I
scared
was
the
like,
crap out of me. I was trying to find a sweater.
we keep saying
Another
we're gonna
sweater.
I
we keep
haven't
saying we're
figured out
gonna
how to
fix
lower
that.
the volume on that yet.
Yeah, you keep
Need
saying
some
you're gonna
volume
lower the volume,
leveling.
and every time you hit it, it's just like makes my eyes pop out. I'm like, ah.
I'm sure that's the same at home when they're watching the video and then it gets quiet and then that comes on. I'm sure I like it though. It gets them all awake. They're all awake now and ready for the Friday night rant, damn it.
Yeah.
But we have a lot
Yep.
to rant about. I was just talking to Marty before you got on here about last night's meeting, and he's dying to know what happened. Why don't you give us a follow-up on all
I'm
of
out of
it?
here. I'm out of
No,
here.
no, get your ass back in.
Hold on. I'm freezing. I gotta find the sweater. I am
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cold in my
So
house.
we've made it 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the Friday night rant, and Chris is already gone. That's the kind
It
of
got
guest we want
cold.
to have.
I wasn't home all day, so
I wear a sweater
No
in
fire.
my house in the wintertime. We're cheap, okay?
Yeah.
That's just the way I run.
the fire went out.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, what happened yesterday? Oh
Yeah.
man, it's just dumb. The guy didn't show up. He called a meeting. This is the second time, more than the second time. I mean, he's called May meeting, July meeting, August, September, now November. The chairman of the Republican Party in Coos County has called all those meetings. And the first two he prematurely adjourned because it wasn't going his way. He freaked out. And then these three, he's canceled them last minute. This last one was canceled, like a couple hours before? And then he shows up at the casino to the meeting. But he
That's
won't go in
weird.
the room. He was meeting people there for dinner.
Yeah.
And we're the crazy people.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even. I don't know. Wow, that got
That got
close.
big.
Yeah.
Marty, get away from me, Marty.
Wow. That was big and scary.
That was crazy.
That's
Oh,
that's almost as shocking as the scream at the start of the show. I mean, it's like, wow, do we really need to see my nose hairs at this moment? I mean, yeah. No, that's
That was
entertainment.
really scary.
I don't know.
And I
People
got
have
a
been
big
asking me
TV
all
at
day.
home.
People have been asking me all day what happened yesterday. Did we have a meeting? Where do we go from here? And I don't have answers. I mean, it's bizarre. I have really no idea what to tell people. And people in his inner circle have been asking him to resign, have been telling him that he needs to appoint PCPs, that this is ridiculous, and they're really not sure who he's listening to at this point. I don't know. Is
Yeah.
mom like rubbing his back and telling him what to do? I have no idea. No idea.
Yeah, but I mean, you were talking about the fact that he at the last minute he canceled the meeting at the mill, and then showed up at the mill to have dinner while
Yep.
you were having your meeting. And I'm
Yep.
like, okay, it's not like I canceled the meeting because I got called away on business. I canceled the meeting because mommy wanted to take me out to dinner. I
Well,
mean, is that his excuse?
he gave a reason. They said that they canceled the meeting due to a judge's order, which is a lie. And that is the second time he has used that excuse. And it is the second time he has flat out lied to the entire Republican Party. By the way, there are over 15,000 registered Republicans in Coos County. So, Michael, I know you're probably watching this unless you're, too stressed out to even face reality, but you're probably watching this. And I just want to inform you that you are giving the middle finger to 15,000 registered Republicans, 15,000 of your neighbors that you're supposed to be fighting for every single day. And Rob and I and Marty have been out here fighting every day, and a whole group of people. We've got probably a network of 50 very, very dedicated Republicans right now.
Yeah.
Out there fighting. So if you're one of those 15,000 in Coos County, there are people fighting for you with rational, positive, forward-thinking minds. So this is not infighting, by the way. This is not I have to clarify that.
Nope.
This is not infighting. Infighting would be Rob and I in an argument over something, and we're hashing it out online. This is a chair who has taken over the party for his own weird personal gain. I think he's benefiting somehow by, maybe he's at home laughing, maybe he's at home crying. We don't know, but he's certainly not out in the public eye. I mean, the dude goes to his own meeting and then has dinner in the casino with some people, some other people on the executive board, instead of going to the real meeting. I mean, like, this is crazy. Anyways, I don't know. I'm ranting, but you're supposed to, so it's fine.
Well, that's kind of what it is.
Pass it off.
It's the Friday night rant.
Yeah.
It's not the Friday night let's cordially discuss. Yeah, but I mean,
there's too much.
Right. Yeah, but you're right. It's not. I mean, the whole point here is that it's not like infighting. It's not like you have ideas that you disagree on and you're both passionate about it. No, our idea is we want to add more people to the Republican Party. And his idea,
no one should fight over that.
And his idea is, well, unless I personally like them, I don't want them in the party. And I'm like going, no, that's not how these things work. I mean, the whole idea is we build a groundswell of people that are conservative minded and want kind of the same things that we do and are, looking forward to coming up with a way to turn the system around to work for us and everyone like us. And this guy is like, but you got to get my special okay from my mom. And I'm like, just
I'd have respect for him if he even just said that. He's not saying anything.
Right.
I get emails and texts daily. This is not an exaggeration. Rob and I were even talking earlier, like, should I compile these into like a giant PDF and mail them out? Daily, I get requests from people to even just respond to them. They're like, hey, I've called the party phone number. I've emailed the party email from the website multiple times over the past couple of weeks. No answer. I'll comment online. I won't get an answer. Nothing. They're desperate for information and a way to get involved. So it's wild. And it has
you mentioned 15,000 Republicans, but there's like 20,000 NAVs in Coos County. And I bet a lot of those NAVs are the kind of people that are kind of PO'd at the whole idea that, we'd like to think we're Republicans, but the way the Republicans have been over the last couple of years disgust us. We don't want to be a party to the David Brock Smiths of the world or the Michael Brainards of the world. We don't want those jerks leading us. We don't like these people at all. And I'm going to join that party? Hell no. I'm changing over to NAV. You guys can go, as Phil Taylor says, suck a bag of dicks.
Suck a bag of dicks, Michael. You hear that? Just a big bag. Not even a little bag, but a big bag of dicks.
Big honking
You
bag.
might like it, so I don't know. You're a little weird. And but this is what I think, though.
I've never seen Sal Carruthers and Michael Brainard in the same place at the same time. So are they one and the same?
You guys.
Anyways,
here's a thought for everybody. If there was no Republican Party, if there was just like a Green Party, Independent Party, Democrat Party, whatever, we're back in the age of Lincoln, right? And we're sitting around a bar. having drinks. We're friends. We're like, what is wrong with this country? What direction is it going? What could we do? And then someone whispers in our ear, Republican, Republican. And we decide to form a party. What would be the things that we, no matter how pissed at each other we are, we could unanimously agree on? We would agree on an organizational structure. We would agree that we should have meetings and that we should vote for leadership and that we should have a way to engage with people, like a newsletter or something. And we would have events and we would communicate with one another. And if there was an issue, we would communicate some more. And then maybe if there's a really big issue, we would vote on it. And like, right? Like, we're not agreeing on that. That's the infighting. It's crazy. That's not infighting.
Than this. I've seen Webelos and Cub Scout troops running better than this. So it's
100%.
Like, yeah, I need to drop way back in the room every time you do that, though, because it's like,
yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to fix that.
You got Marty real big.
Yeah.
Big.
Not right now. We're all the same size.
There you go. That's better. See, now we're equal. He equalized us.
I just hit the wrong button. I apologize.
Hey,
so you did an amazing thing, Chris. You went around and you got 25 signatures from PCPs
back in September.
Do the meeting, to call the meeting to elect the rest of the PCPs who are on file right now with the clerk's office. And that was supposed to happen last night after the recall. And of course, then the judge stepped in, said, no, you can't do the recall for all the reasons we mentioned. And then he comes up with this crazy reason of why they cannot do the meeting anyway to appoint the PCPs. And the fact that he does this is completely ignoring or going against the judge. And we talked about this earlier. It's not a violation of orders, but he's really ignoring the judge, and he's ignoring the fact that you went around and got 25 signatures, which in the bylaws is supposed to trigger a meeting and should have already triggered a meeting.
Well, yeah, last night's meeting actually had nothing to do with Michael, period. So in both circumstances, they're both petitions, right? You have to collect petition signatures to get a recall, and you have to get petition signatures to call a meeting if the chair doesn't call one. But both of those are independent of the chair. It's actually the committee's ability to exercise their right as a committee to organize, right? So let's just say we knew that there was an actual 25 signatures for that recall. We don't, because he won't share it with anybody. They will not produce the signatures, which is weird. Imagine if an elections office said that they're not going to produce like the ballot images, right? Like that would be crazy. It's kind of something Republicans would fight against. Anyways, they get the signatures for the recall. It's not Michael's meeting. It's the body's meeting who decided as a majority to have a recall. Same thing over here. It was the body's decision as a majority to have a meeting to appoint PCPs. Both meetings last night were not Michael's. Like legally and, just common sense wise, they were not Michael's meetings to call or cancel. The secretary calls them. It's that Michael has nothing to do with that. And then we have the meeting. We go. Michael can chair the meeting if he shows up. If he doesn't show up, then I chair the meeting. And if I don't show up, I would imagine it goes to the secretary. There's a whole process for this. But under no circumstances does Michael or the secretary have any legal authority to cancel these meetings, but they did. So a few of us showed up. I think there were maybe 10 of us, 10 PCPs there, but we didn't have quorum. So we have the weirdest bylaws in the world. So quorum is anybody who's there, so long as 3 of them are PCPs and on the executive board. And there were 3 people on the executive board there, but only 2 of them are PCPs because they refused to allow me to be a voting member of the committee. Even though I'm good enough to represent the county as vice chair, but I'm not good enough to represent my precinct as a representative.
I find it odd that the vice chair is not allowed to become a PCP. You'd think it would be like, hey, you're the vice chair, you're automatically a PCP. I mean,
I'm the only one in the state of Oregon. Only one.
Told me your words, I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You're the only one in the
unique.
state of Oregon. That's pathetic.
I'm probably the only one who's ever even, just been elected through that process and not been a PCP.
I can't
I mean,
remember when we ever had a situation where someone on the executive board didn't vote as a PCP.
Yep.
That's nuts.
It's wild. Because you would be like, okay, well, we as a committee elected you as vice chair. Wouldn't that just default as a vote to appoint you as PCP? And I asked for it. I even had to, like, my first executive meeting, I asked, by the way, can you guys appoint me as a PCP? And they were like, no, we can't do that. That's not a thing. And I didn't know any better at the time. It was my first executive team meeting. So like people are like, you guys are infant. It's like, no, we've been patient since like November. This is a whole year ago. We've been very, very, very patient. I know it doesn't seem like that at some points because you just hear things like Rob Taylor was yelling at a meeting. It's like, because a toddler named Michael Brainard yelled at you and told you to get out. I mean, if that was your grandkid, what would you have done to him?
Yeah, and
He would have been spanked.
Yeah, and at the same time, you're going, Rob Taylor yelled at a meeting. I'm like, I don't think I've ever went to a meeting where Rob Taylor was not yelling at some point. I mean, like they're thinking, oh my God, this is such an odd thing that he gets passionate about something and he raises his voice.
Yelling. It was a
No,
little
and the thing is I don't think I've ever actually heard him yell, but he definitely has a stage presence at times when, I've been to some meetings, especially when we were doing the wind turbine stuff down in Brookings, and there were times when he got up there and gave such an impassioned speech that as he was walking up, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to separate him from somebody because he is going to go ballistic. And no, he did a very impassioned speech, and he did catch the attention of everybody in the room. But at the same time, I mean, oh my God, Rob raised his voice. So what? And it's one of those things where it's a day that ends in DAY. Sure. That's such
I'm being discriminated against for being a loud person. Okay, that's the thing. And I figured it out. I was telling them what it is with Michael. Michael is a retarded savant. Okay. He has been able to foil all of us. He's been able to now foil the judge. So he is this incredible savant, this
idiot savant,
retarded savant, because he's an idiot who's been able to keep this party captive for over a year. I mean, people might look at him and call him an idiot and all these names, but the fact is the man has been able to keep the party captive all on his own now for almost going on a year. That's pretty impressive, to be quite honest with you.
Well, and like Steve said, he's ignited a movement, right? Like he's served a purpose in a bizarre silver lining sort of a way. I mean, he's definitely brought awareness to the problems with our bylaws, the problems with voting in a moron, the problems with not having good qualified candidates to defeat a group of people who decide to vote in a moron, right? I mean, like we got to look at the whole picture, and the whole picture is we have been in a world of madness in Coos County for quite some time, and this is just kind of like the climax, right? So there you go. For the first time in his life, Michael Brainard brought some people to a climax. There you go.
Jeez. Okay.
I thought this comment by Stocks Family Farm, the nicer you are, the madder they get, but yelling can be fun. I don't know if this guy wants me to mention his name, but he was here today, and man, he's a really cool cat. I watched, he's the one who films the boardwalk.
Yeah, and I had thought I'd run into the guy, but I didn't. And he showed up to the headquarters, and I was looking at some of his videos, and that guy's good. Like, he's good at it. Like, it's some of the stuff you would see like on a national level. Like, it's something that would pop up on your Facebook feed and be like engaging, and you'd really watch it. And he's right here in Coos County. So people, if check him out on YouTube. I don't think he's on Facebook. He's just on YouTube. So Stocks Family Farm. He's got some pretty good stuff, and he does some homesteading content as well. But anyways, yeah, very cool to meet him. We met so many people this week. I mean,
Good people.
Yeah. So
People
how
I
is
haven't
the
seen in
signature?
years.
How is the signature gathering going? Because I've been doing stuff from as much as I can from this end of the equation, but you guys are actually at the HQ, and we've got a place in Myrtle Point, and we've got a place in Bandon, a couple of places in Bandon. So all in all, I mean, it seems like you guys have been busy at the headquarters.
We've have over 1,000,
Wow.
it's been
and
wild.
we've already met our county quota, what they were expecting us to meet. And from what I understand, and I don't want anyone to get discouraged because tomorrow's our big day, but they supposedly, rumor has it, they think they've already got it in the bag.
Yeah. But it's
I
always
believe
good to
it.
get more. Yeah. It's
More.
always good to get more just because you never know what kind of, hoops they're going to jump through to do invalidations of signatures. I remember when Governor Newsom was being recalled here in California, and they had to get, I can't remember how many it was, but let's just say 3 million signatures. And they got way more than that. And up until then, signature verification was never a thing. And then all of a sudden, signature verification was oh so very important. We had to, and so there was like a couple million that were thrown out because they didn't qualify for signature verification, but they still got enough signatures to put it on the ballot. Of course, they rigged the ballot afterwards, but the whole point was is that if we need 78,000 and we get 100 or we get 150, it basically says, yeah, go ahead and try to invalidate signatures, but you're going to be basically bailing a bathtub with a teaspoon at that point.
Amanda Hawker says at the ag store she has filled out 14 sheets since Monday.
Nice.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot to wear my Hawker Boys hat. Damn it.
Oh, you know what? Perry's been on here.
Barry's been in the background the whole time. You locked him in the green room, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry. That's where all the hookers and the blow is, in the green room. So, what can I say?
Nobody leaves the green room.
Hey, Perry, how you doing, man?
Doing good.
There we go, Amanda.
Hey, Perry, you're kind of a outsider looking in, even though you're one of the PCPs, but you're not totally involved with like the party politics because it just doesn't seem your thing. But on the outside looking in, what do you think of everything that's going on?
Well, my view is a little bit skewed because it all started when Rod Schilling decided to come at me online because I was calling them out on their ridiculous inaction during the elections.
He tried to be a tough guy.
Yeah, and he even told me that I need to go to the next meeting, and then I showed up at the meeting, and he threatened to call the cops on me. So he's all talk, obviously. Doesn't actually want to deal with what's going on. He just wants to talk big and then cower when you show up.
Yeah.
So instantly, I have a problem with both him and Michael because if you're supposed to be a leader, that's not a leader. He's continuing to hide wherever he can instead of act like an adult and be a man. And it's pathetic. It's
embarrassing.
I never thought I'd ever see somebody act this way. I hate politics as it is, and this is unreal.
Well, we all complained that Biden was hiding in his basement, right, during the 2020 election. I mean, so it's like, why is it? I don't get it. I'm trying to make sense of this, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess with the 4 years of the Biden administration and the run up to that election where he was hiding in his basement and refused to answer questions, I guess that was the template for the Michael Brainerd as chairman plan, where he just hides. He refuses to answer questions. And for all we know, his mom is changing his diapers on a regular basis. I don't know, because he's getting more and more Biden-esque every time we talk about the guy. So
He
don't know what to
just,
tell
I
you.
just don't get it. Why, at this point, if you don't want to have meetings and you don't want to run the party and you don't want to communicate people, why are you chair? Like, what are you doing? And I've repeatedly said that I do not want to just be magically chair because he resigns or because we kick him out. I would like to have a new election. I would like to have consensus from our committee that we agree with and believe in a new leadership team to move us forward. So I don't think that it should just default to me because Michael disappears. But he's already disappeared, people. So like, what's the problem? Why
Right.
doesn't he just resign? It's
Right.
bizarre. Bunch of freaks.
If you look at everything that he has done, he's a pawn of the Democrat Party.
He's doing a great job for him.
He is.
Yeah.
And it would be impossible for him to be able to prove otherwise.
Yeah.
And
Todd Schilling, every time you talk to him, he always talks about, oh, I've done so much for this party. I've done so much. Well, guess what, dude? You groomed Michael Brainard and gave him to us. Way to go, asshole.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is the definition of controlled opposition, when you got somebody that's supposed to be on the inside. It's like what is it, Quisling or whatever, where it's like, you're supposedly on our side, but you're actually stabbing us in the back every chance you get. I mean, so it's a horrible situation to be in, because, and how do you get rid of him? I mean, and it's and you're right. I mean, Chris should not automatically be appointed chairman just because Michael steps down. I mean, let us get it back to the way it should be, where we have discussions, we have elections, we have people talking about what's a good way forward. There's so many great ideas coming forth when we set up the Friends of Coos County Republican headquarters, where we're having meetings, and we're having coffee meetings, and we're having coffee with conservatives, and we're having Wednesday night meetings just to get people together so that we can converse and coming up with ideas. And it's like, we need more of that and less of I'm only doing meetings on my terms.
And I met with Michael last December, an entire year ago, and had all of these conversations with him about how we could work together, and how like he can do his thing, but I need to be, honestly, I need to be set free to do my thing. Like, and I've given myself permission now, and we've all worked together really well to accomplish it. But it's like, now we have a headquarters, we have events, we have flyers going out, we have a website, we have email lists, we have social media, we have engaging content going out to people and bringing them in and then getting them to work together as a team. I'm just like, there are people that I'm working with the past couple of weeks that a year ago I couldn't stand being around. So it's like, we're not people who it's just the truth.
Out of town now. But I'm out of town now, so it's okay.
But seriously,
hey, look, Marty, I told him that you grow on them like mold. It's okay.
Yeah.
Just give them a chance.
It's like the mold in the back of the fridge. Eventually, you just get used to it.
But all the stuff that we're doing right now was proposed. First of all, I campaigned on it. When I stood up in November and won the vice chair, it was because I promised a set of things that I was going to do. And Michael has obstructed all of them. And now finally, when we said F it and we're going to do it on our own and we were able to do it, all those things you just mentioned, Marty, it's like we're doing it and it's working. We're seeing it work. And we could have had this a year ago. And then maybe the outcome of the district elections would have been different. I mean, we couldn't have lost any worse than we did.
Yeah.
We did about
how much campaigning did the Republican Party do for the last election? As a matter of fact, didn't a lot of people like promote the opposition candidates? I mean, DBS
as a party,
promoting
zero.
Democrats. Yeah, and as a party, the Coos County Republican Party did zip. Zero.
Part of the proof that they're for the Democrats, not Republicans.
Yeah.
There was a comment in there. Michael is Democrat of the Year. I agree with that 100%. Seriously, like it's actually not even it's not funny. It's ridiculous. Like,
I wonder if
guys,
you would
if
join
anyone
me.
is watching this show who supports that man at this point, and I've talked to a few of you, come on, people, stop being cucks and put it out in the public domain at this point. Stop just telling me privately, please. Stop just texting me or whispering in my ear that you secretly think he needs to resign and he sucks. Just say it. Grow a fucking backbone and say it. Seriously, you guys are pathetic. It's insane. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
It's
So I'm
insane.
gonna have to take this down and put "Don't be a cuck. Take back your political party."
Yeah. Needs a bit of an update, but I do like that "don't be a cuck" with the axe handles.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just nuts.
base and tackle Rob. We can thank him for that. I love that. That's great. We need to bring this back. This is why we have Perry on the show. He knows all about this. It's don't be.
Tell
a
us
cuck.
what you did, Perry.
Today?
Yeah.
What'd you do today?
Oh, today my game camera went off at a house a vacant house I've been watching, and I was all the way out in the east side. So I called the police, let them know that there was somebody on the property, and I started driving over there too. And I got onto Coos Bay Boulevard, and I spotted the guy trying to hitchhike. So I stopped right there in the middle of the road, started screaming at the guy. Oh, I wasn't on the property, and blah blah blah, and whatever. And then he just starts really getting cocky and walking off, not the way I'm going. So I drive up the road, turn around, find a place to park, get out, and start chasing him down again. And now he's not so cocky anymore. And I won't go on the property anymore. And he's just huffing it away from me as fast as he can. And about that time, a tribal cop comes pulling down Coos Bay Boulevard. So I waved him down and said, "Hey, you need to trespass that guy." So they trespass him from the property. And then come to find out it's Amber Ames's boyfriend, which anybody that's seen my posts has seen her.
Ain't he lucky?
So yeah, he's already been on that property before.
That's interesting, though, that the tribal police can trespass somebody.
There are
From,
no jurisdictions.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that. That's great. Yeah, so if they're a peace officer, they can trespass. They can
Which is why at
enforce
my
the law.
place, Coos Bay police come here sometimes, or county, or it varies. I'm in the county, but Coos Bay comes here sometimes.
You called me, and my car broke down in the middle of my driveway. I had no way of getting out. So it's like, no,
Hey.
you're going to be faster getting there.
I'm having trouble signing into coosmostwanted.com. Would you guys check and see if that's still working? Because I'd hate for that site to go down.
The Neighborhood Watch Facebook page.
No, the
You should still
Feral
be a
Humans
member.
page.
Oh, Coos Most Wanted.
coosmostwanted.com. Check the Feral Humans page.
Pulled up for me.
It's up for me.
All right. Maybe it's just me. Don't know what the hell's going on here.
You got banned.
You've been
Because I was
blocked.
wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. You're voted least feral, so you can't be on that page now.
Well, I was going to ask Perry, what was the name of that person again?
Amber Ames,
How do you spell that?
AMES.
She on it? Amos?
I'm pretty sure she is.
I got zero
Jeez,
results.
a lot of names come up.
I don't know if her
She's
ass
on
is
there.
on it, though.
Oh my gosh. She's looks like from a horror flick.
Okay, share that.
I don't think I can share a web page. Let me
Yeah, you
try.
should be able to. Let me share.
I know. Put it in the private chat, and I can clip and paste it into my browser. Like this ain't taking time to do that, huh? Oh, there. Hey, there it is. It's right there. Oh, okay.
Share screen.
Add station. There we go. Oh my God! Wow. Oh boy, she's a
I sent you
beauty.
the video, Rob.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh man.
So
Hey,
Jeff
I don't
is
want to see
saying,
this.
beat you to it. So what happened now? What happened at the end of this chase there, Barry?
Oh, he just got trespassed, which is all I was really looking for. But
So how many is that now?
so
It's a lot of
there
tough
have
charges.
been 5 or 6 people arrested inside the house.
Who wrote that?
Probably more than that. One car chase that didn't happen. And probably 10 that have been trespassed from the property.
Damn. So what do
Known
they
to
do? They
target
tell each
lonely
other?
elderly men and manipulate.
Well, I bet she
Sorry.
does. And especially guys without glasses, because hey, she actually looks good without glasses. My glasses, not hers.
Yeah, some of the younger pictures don't look too bad, but you look farther down and it's like height 5'11", weight 290, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think those pictures are recent then. So
A whole lot of Rosie. Whole lot of woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so how did they get to the camera? I thought you had like barricaded it, so they like broke into something to even get in front of the camera. Is that what it is?
No, they can still get in front of the camera. It's just a carport. It's all
Okay,
open.
so they're in the carport trying to get into the house, and that's when the camera went off.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, we got my trail cam back. Did we? Oh yeah, Rob, you heard about that. You were there.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeff helped me get my trail cam back. That was very cool. We got one of my most expensive trail cam got stolen from one of the places we had it, and these idiots don't realize that it's got a GPS tracker in it. So we tracked it down.
I was going to
That was
ask,
cool.
how did you get it back then? You know, it's got a GPS tracker. I get it. So
Well, and they're like playing with it. Like, here, let me grab it.
No, this is a good story. He needs to tell this story
My
because
God.
it's important to anyone who's out there buying known stolen property. And so, Chris, you got to tell the story of the guy who purchased it from the scumbag who probably stole it. If you want, allegedly, all of this is allegedly. So I'll let Chris.
Allegedly. Yeah. Well, they like steal this, right? They steal it and they don't realize that, first of all, it's got a GPS device in it. So the moment it turns on, it's letting me know where the hell you are. And they're like looking at it like dirt, 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 and it's taking their picture, taking their video and sending it to my phone. And they walked all around their house with it. So the main thing was like they had a blue boat and a Dodge truck and a trailer. And so we when we pull up to the location, it's there. Like, you're at the place where the camera was. It's undeniable. And we knocked on the door. Some old lady came to the door and swore they don't have a trail camera. And I was really nice about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure this is like really weird, but I got my camera stolen. I'm sure you bought it at a yard sale, but it's pinging like literally right where I'm standing. So have you seen a trail cam? No. They were like, no, I've never seen a trail cam. We don't have one. And I'm like, are you sure? Because like, when we pulled up, we saw the boat and the truck and the trailer it's on my phone, and like your geese are on my phone, and right over there, do you see that corner of your yard? Yep, that's on my phone. Like, anyway, so no, and I show her the pictures, and I'm like, is this your husband? She goes, oh no, I've never seen that man before. And like later the husband comes out and it's like absolutely her husband, and then I'm like, well, what about this video? And it's like her neighbor and her walking in front of the camera. She goes, oh no, I don't know those people. Like, it's you. You know what I mean? Like, it's you. Oh my goodness. So anyway, she she finally called her husband out, who explained that, yes, oh yeah, I do have a trail cam in there. Look, yeah, I got it from my neighbor who's a thief. He probably stole it. And I'm like, okay, well, can we have it? Well, no, you can't have it. I'm like, well, I'm like, we even said we'd be willing to pay you, right? You know, assuming it was fair and square. They had no idea. But he's telling me, he's like, oh yeah, my neighbor probably stole it. And Jeff offers him money. He was smart. He was like, I'll write you a check. So he goes and writes him a check, you know. So not only is it traced that like you just purchased stolen merchandise, but or you sold stolen knowingly sold stolen merchandise, and also that the check is cancelable. So that was smart. But yeah, he wanted us to call the cops. He said, I'm not giving it to you unless you report it, like file a police report. And we're like, dude, like we don't do that. Like we just handle it like this. Like you just give me the fucking camera. And anyway, so he finally gave it to us for $100, a low price of $100.
For $100.
Yeah. Well, the camera's worth a lot more than that, but you know, yeah, we had to buy my camera back. So
when it's stolen, you know, it devalues it just a little.
Yeah. Well, he claims he paid $100 for it. And so anyway, so we go over to the neighbor. And we're like, hey, buddy, do you know anything about a camera? I didn't tell him that we had just gotten the camera or that his neighbor ratted him out or anything. We just told him that same story. Like, hey, I lost my camera. It got stolen. You probably bought it from a yard sale, but it's pinging right here. And you could tell he knew that like it wasn't pinging right there, because he's like, it's at my neighbor's house. And he's like, right here? I'm like, right here, sir, right where I'm standing. He goes, you sure? Right here? I'm like, yeah, right here. He goes, I don't have a camera. No, nothing about that. And then he's like, well, I do have a camera. It's a Moultrie. And I go, it's not a Moultrie. He goes, is it a Reveal? And I go, yep, it's a Reveal, like with a big antenna. You know, I'm like, yep. Yep, I got your picture. And so then Jeff just tells him, he's like, well, dude, look, we're just gonna tell you straight up, like, we have the camera. We talked to your neighbor. So then I got it from a yard sale. Of course. Makes up this whole story about a yard sale, but it was obviously not true. But anyways, he goes, yeah, I sold it to my neighbor for $50, and I died. I was like, you made a profit? you upcharged your neighbor $50 because you just go and get it from a yard sale. So yeah, you deserve money for that hard work you just did, sir. Oh God. Anyways, total tweaker. There were fucking like pile of 30 PlayStation controllers on the ground, like ripped open, like they're chewing out the copper wire to go make 10 cents for meth. Anyways,
so what happened with the money?
Oh, the guy called Jeff back and said he had told us if the neighbor makes it right with him, he would rip up the check and call it even. So that, you know, Jeff was very clear with the guy, like, so you're gonna go to your neighbor's house right now and you're gonna make this right? Like, he was really good about it. So he did. He got on his, you know, tweaker 4-wheeler and tweaked over to his neighbor's house and, you know, twitched while he told him, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. No. Anyway.
So the moral of the story is don't buy stolen property. And I grew up in a neighborhood where us kids were taught, when you're walking by the pickup truck with the guy who's standing by the tailgate and goes, hey, kids, look at the stereo equipment I got. You were told to keep your ass walking because that's stolen property. And I don't know why these guys are, because you're hurting your fellow man when you're buying stolen property. And it just ticks me off when they do this shit.
Oh, he knew it was stolen. Yeah. Lenny, I don't normally curse. Well, no, I but I've had a very stressful week. Give me a break. But yes, Rob, normally he wants us to practice abstinence. Sorry, Doug and Gail, we're trying. I'll try to stop. But it's been a crazy week. I'm about to lose my mind. But I want to
point out I'm drinking Shasta Cola and not any of that fancy cola because I got to drive home tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
If it was any fancier, it'd be called Shasta.
Shasta Cola. Oh, my favorite Shasta Cola with some Grey Poupon.
So
in that neighbor's house is very feral, very feral. There was a police chase on a motorcycle that ended there. There's been quite a bit of activity up there.
So you go after these people all the time, Perry. You see these people, you're involved with following them and stuff. Isn't it true that it's the same people over and over again committing these crimes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I would
In
say
fact,
90% of it, right? Repeat.
And that's the biggest problem with decent people trying to be decent. The owner of this property that I'm watching, when we first got a hold of him, he's like, "Well, let's give him a chance on the first try." Well, everybody's giving them a chance on the first try every time they do something. So they're not being held accountable ever. And that's one of the biggest problems. It's the same people, and they're getting away with it. And the decent people need to stop thinking they are being decent, because they're not.
Well, when we first lost the camera, right? I don't know which podcast, if it was yours or mine, but we were talking about it, and I was like, saying I'm getting all these pictures of them like all day long on my phone, and somebody was like, "Well, you show them, like call them out for stealing your camera." And I was like, "We don't know that they stole the camera, and these are probably totally innocent people. They look like an older couple with geese." And I don't think it's right to just blast them. You have no idea what their involvement was. Well, it turns out after we look them up, I mean, the neighbor who sold it for $50 to the other neighbor, the tweaker guy, he's definitely a repeat criminal, like serial criminal offender. Well, but the neighbor who we first went to, the old couple who, we don't have a camera. The dude's a sex offender. Like for hardcore crime, like straight up rape. He's a rapist.
Damn.
So like, these aren't good people. Like they're not good people. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
for all you know, the geese were stolen too. So,
I mean, maybe. Oh man, we heard all sorts of stories.
Call 1-800-RENT-A-GOOSE. If you have geese in your yard, everybody thinks you're okay. 1-800-RENT-A-GOOSE.
But all they have to do is lock up these people that are committing the crimes.
Yeah.
And it would be cheaper to hold the people who are continuously committing these crimes over and over again. By far, it would be cheaper to hold them in jail or somewhere than to deal with all the property damage and theft that we're paying for now. I don't know.
Yeah. If they just had like a thing where they could put people away where they would not be harmful to society. I don't know what we could call it, like a jail or something. Yeah. I mean, if they just had something like that around here, that'd be so
what a
great.
concept. Yeah. Goose County doesn't have one anymore. It's a holding cell.
Send them to Shutter Creek. Just send them to Shutter Creek and tell them it's a jail, and see how long it takes them to figure out it's not anymore, and then leave it up for the forestry people to figure out what to do with them.
Well, I think we should try like an episode of Naked and Afraid. Okay, we do this in the middle of January. We strip them butt ass naked. We take a helicopter and we drive them as far as we can fly them into the middle of the woods and drop them and see if they survive. And if they survive, well then, okay, we'll give you another chance. But let's try something to deter these people. And I don't know. Maybe
I've been to Empire Lakes in January and they strip themselves.
Yes, they do.
It's a thing.
Damn.
It's not pretty.
I've got plans. More ways to try to deter them. And
okay.
I think they will be fun, and it'll definitely be entertaining. But once again, they're only going to get hit one time for actually caught and dealt with for committing a crime compared to however many they get away with it. But maybe they'll start getting sick of it. I don't know.
Hey, I do actually. I was just thinking that I have a car that we could use. I've got a bait car. We should work on that.
It's I think it'll work.
Nice.
So has anything? So they've caught these people at the house that you've been watching, and you're still watching this house. Has anything? Because it takes a while sometimes this stuff to cycle through. Has anything cycled through, or anyone's gone to jail, or paid a price, or been charged, or anything?
So far, everybody's been charged, even inside the house, with trespassing, because you have to go inside a house with the intent to commit another crime for it to be burglary. Trespassing charges are getting thrown out by the DA.
Yeah, they won't even take it to court. I think it's like C&D misdemeanors or something. It's like criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, trespassing. They won't even take it to court. They will not hear those cases.
They sure as hell better not take me to court for any damn thing. This is ridiculous. No, we spend so much money on our taxes, and they spend it on such nonsense. We talk about
You guys
where
pay
does
taxes?
the money go, and people ask us all the time. And Chris, I was telling you this with gathering petition signatures. I haven't heard it so much since we've been here. But when me and Marty were gathering signatures, one of the questions we'd always hear is, where is the marijuana tax money going? And Can you answer that to some extent there, Chris?
I'm mildly knowledgeable about it because I sat in the budget hearings, and that question does come up all the time. But it's some formula. It's like 30-70 or something. Like 30% of it goes towards tourism, and then or something in that area, or like code enforcement or something like that. And then 70% of it goes towards law enforcement, but it goes to the jurisdiction that the cannabis property, the business, is in. So I believe there are only 3 that are outside city limits, which puts them in the county jurisdiction, and they don't really make that much money. So I could I've got the county budgets over there. It's like this thick, and I could sit there and find it for you, but it's not a lot of money at all. Like I feel like it's in the realm of enough to pay 2/3 of a deputy or something like that each year. It's very small. So what I believe should be happening is the city jurisdiction should be sharing that revenue with the county. They should be donating it, which was going to be part of my plan when we were going to do the volunteer, donation initiative. So, but John Sweet sure did shit on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, which
the people's hero.
Hopefully won't vote for him. And by the way, he is running for office. Don't vote for John Sweet. He's been there too long. It's time for anything new. We keep electing these bad people over and over again. The reason I was asking is my sponsor, Herbal Choices. I know they put in a couple of mil each year into the county for taxes, and they just have 5 stores. This is just one company here, and there are dozens more. And
but it's not just all of their taxes. Like some of that is probably the mill is probably property tax as well, right? So it's like the marijuana tax portion of all their taxes is what gets them divvied up.
The way I understood it, it was part of the tax that goes to the county. I don't know though. I really don't.
I'm gonna look through my papers now. You've got me curious.
Oh, now we got his papers going. But my point is
well, your papers.
Here's 20 years of the county budget.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Man. But no, my point is back to Perry talking about how many of these people just keep committing the same crime over and over again. And man, we sure seem like we're just misappropriating that money where it should be used for creating jails to put these people up. And I go back to, we'd be saving money by spending this money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of the problem is that it's not so much the jails, it's the fact that the DA is so overwhelmed. It's like the reason they're not doing C&D misdemeanors is because they're 1,000, 2,000 cases behind. They got to kind of prioritize on the stuff that's really nasty. And so the problem is it's sort of the broken window concept where, you know, if you know you can do a small crime like breaking a window or trespassing or whatever, and not be in any danger of going to jail or even having charges pressed against you or having to go to court, then what's going to stop you from doing that? Where is the impetus to make you say, you know what? I'm just going to be a good person and I'm not going to do this. No, that doesn't happen. People are jerks and they're going to do that. And if they know they're not going to get caught, I mean, when I lived in Oakland, California, and they changed the law about how much you can steal before they actually charge you to like $800, people would be rolling into the Safeway with two empty shopping carts, fill them up till they got to $799, and then roll out, knowing full well, one, nobody's going to get in their way or they get shivved, and two, the cops aren't going to do squat about it. So, where's your deterrent to crime there? There is none. But yeah, people like that, it's like if they're recidivists and they keep doing the same thing over and over again, well, maybe we should just say, well, we're not going to take you to court, but we're going to charge you with this, and you're going to have to do a work crew for 3 weeks, cleaning
Something.
trails in the forest, cleaning roadsides, cleaning public bathrooms, you know, doing community service things, 400 hours of community service, 10 hours a week for 40 weeks, something like that. And just get them off their duffs, get them out of that cycle, and get them doing something that benefits the community. Now, good luck making it work, but it's an idea.
So Perry, are you you're still watching this house, man? What do you expect's going to continue on with this?
They've learned not to go there and try and get inside. I'm sure there still will be one every once in a great while. And they know that I will confront them. I've done it a couple times. It'll keep happening just because it's empty, and they don't know how to quit. One day I'm going to finally be in a situation where they'll get what's coming to them one day, and then it'll definitely get them thinking, the way they act, their entitlement, all of that. It won't be long before they try and do something stupid, and that's the whole. That's really the only deterrent there is anymore. The idea of a neighborhood watch, the idea of people protecting their own property and their neighbors' properties.
Yeah.
If more people are willing to step up and do what needs done, then you don't have to worry about the law enforcement because you have them scared to go onto your property.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about law enforcement because now they know there's only a few places that they can possibly try to go to and trespass or whatever, because most of the people in the area don't let you do that around their area, their house. And we're missing that. Very few people are willing to step up and just even yell at a person that's trespassing. They'll just sit back in their house and call the police, and police show up and the person's already gone or whatever. We need more people to step up and put a little fear of God in these people.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing that. Yeah, we're doing that in our area where it's like all the neighbors look out for each other, and it's like, okay, did you see that person, over by the park entrance, or do you see that? Do you know who that person is? And we'll call everybody in the phone tree, and it'll be like, don't know him, because sometimes it'll be like somebody visiting. Oh yeah, that's my cousin from Washington, But it's like, okay, if there are people wandering around in my neighborhood's not, it's rural. And so if there are people wandering around, they're usually people with ill intent, and we're by, Lost Lake Park and the BLM Park. And it's like, you get people that think, oh, I guess I can just camp here now. And we're like, no, you can't. And it's like, well, if we have to, we'll call the police. But tell you what, if it gets to that point, you're going to be happy if the police show up. Let's put it that way. So why don't you just go now before we escalate this? And
That's a cool park next to your house if you have to encourage someone to leave because there's nothing there. And I could see that would be, if I was a teenager, that would be the place to go to drink beer and make whoopee. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, I mean, in my idiocy in my teen years, we used to go down to the parks on on the bottom end of Beach Loop, down by where the old Christian camp used to be, because that was the place where nobody was. It was next to the parks, and everybody just kind of show up with beer in the trunk of the car, and we'd party there until somebody rolled through to throw us out. But yeah, I mean, with Lost Lake Park, it'd be like, well, the nice thing about it is nobody ever looks at that lake. So, if you gave us too much trouble, how long would it be before somebody found you?
Very true. Very true.
Found the answer on the marijuana tax if you're interested.
Okay.
Answer is
Well, there's two line items. There's one that says marijuana tax, and it, depending on the year, it looks like 2021 it was 88,000, and then they estimated it at 70,000 and 50,000 some other years. It's weird
To
that
the
it's going
county.
down, but maybe people move their business out of the county into the city. And then there's recreational marijuana, and that's anywhere between 100 and 120,000. So assuming you add those together, that's about 200,000 in revenue. Compare that with alcohol, which brings in like $500,000 a year to the county. Alcohol revenue, it says. So I don't know if that's just licenses or if there's special tax or what, but
Yeah, but I
I've cut
think
down
they sell a boatload of more alcohol than they do
Oh, yeah.
pot.
and I have cut down on my drinking, so those numbers are going to drop dramatically. So
Yeah.
well, Rob's upticked on the pot, so
I grow my own. Except for the
you?
sodas.
yeah,
I want to know where my pot is. That's why I fought for legalization. I just wanted to be able to grow my own pot and be left alone. And I didn't understand.
cool.
Even when I was a teenager, I couldn't understand. What do you mean I can't grow it? It's just a plant. I didn't get the correlation
Right.
between how am I breaking the law by growing a plant? That's
Right, you're
just
not selling
wrong.
it. Yeah. It does stink though, but that's pretty cool though. So you're a farmer. I like that.
Farmer John.
Is it
yeah.
organic or do you buy
Rob.
Miracle Grow from Buy
Oh
Mart?
no.
Put in
Mine's all
the container.
organic. It's very
All right.
organic.
Hey, do you use your coffee grounds and compost, to
Oh, you don't want to use too
balance
much
out the
coffee
acidity?
grounds. Not for the pot. It's too much acidity. It's good for, you know what coffee grounds are good for? And the coffee, the
drink?
what's it called? The chaff off the beans after you
Oh, yeah,
roast, you get that chaff. That's good for azaleas and rhododendrons.
wow.
All right.
And
Yeah,
I
'cause they
only
like
know
a lot
that because little old ladies come in to get our coffee chaff to get put on their flowers.
Yeah, that's why rhodies and azaleas grow really well in pine forests, because of high acidity soils.
I did
Are you
not
guys
know
ever
that.
gonna do like THC infused coffee? I had that in Mendocino.
We are hoping that our great President Trump, who has said that he's considering it, will legalize marijuana, cannabis. I don't like the term marijuana. It's cannabis. I mean, when we came to this country, farmers grew cannabis, which the word canvas comes from the word cannabis because the original canvases were made from the hemp plant. And so he is going to legalize cannabis for recreational use from what he says. And then at that point, the federal laws on federal banking and loans would be lifted, and then we could get into the business without having any worries. Because if you have loans through banks, federal banks and stuff, that's a problem.
Right. Insurance and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to put too many coffee grounds into your pot plants because then they'll be super caffeinated, and the whole like calm you down by smoking pot thing is completely ruined because now you're
Yeah.
you're smoking to calm down, and then you're getting all this caffeine from all the grounds in the plants, and then it's like so you're smoking a lot faster, but you're not calming down at all.
It's like when people mix their cocaine in their pot, and you're like, well, you just wasted your money because you're going really fast, but you're really stupid.
People, well, last I checked, people that do a lot of drugs probably not having a high cognitive level in the first place. So
No.
drugs make me
Lenny
smart.
says he spent coffee grounds are a great nitrogen source for your
Yeah.
compost pile as well. And that's true too. I've heard that as well. And Jeff
Banana
Petit
peel, eggshells.
says
Calcium,
Lord Taylor
calcium.
for Loco made in Bandon. Yes, LOL.
Hmm.
Very true. And Lord Taylor approves of that comment. Let's see. Lenny says caffeine and weed is a hippie speedball. That was funny. So back to the criminals in the street, not the criminals here on this podcast, but the criminals in the street there, Perry, that you've been chasing. You don't see an end to this, do you?
No, there won't be an end to it. Not until more people step up. They're 9 times out of 10, there's going to be absolutely no consequences to anything they do. And there's plenty that can be done legally. You can yell at them, you can do whatever. There's so much you can do legally to make sure they understand that the town's not going to put up with it anymore. And it's not being a vigilante. It's just doing what needs done.
Yeah.
It's not trying to act like a cop. It's not trying to do any of that. It's just doing what needs to be done to start correcting a problem.
Yep.
And we've got people out there who have cameras on their houses, and they give us access to that video footage all the time because they really are elderly. They can't be out there doing much. You know what I mean? Basically all they can do is sit behind a camera behind the house and filming for us. That helps out as well. Do you encourage people to do, just something basic as that? Does that help you out a lot?
Yeah. It people with cameras, there's so many different ways they can help. You might help your neighbor because you catch somebody on your camera. You might catch somebody from all the way across town. Cameras are the biggest help on figuring out who did a crime. Now, granted, normally it's the police that end up getting the footage, and chances are not much would happen. But there's plenty of times I know of people who have gone around in their neighborhoods looking for video footage and have found it. So people, there's plenty, and it can only help.
Yeah, and the nice thing is that you can put the cameras up so that they're kind of, you can't really see them or notice them, and yet it's still helping us out. And I appreciate everyone out there who's doing stuff like that. And like you said, Perry, people, it's cool. We got people who just walk in the morning, and they've turned that morning walk into a neighborhood watch moment. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool too.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I tell
and
people all the time when they're driving through Coos Bay, like, if you got time, go down like the Second Street alley or whatever, and if there's like a camp foreman, tell them to go pound sand, get out of there. So
Yeah.
sorry, Perry, go ahead.
I can't even remember what I was going to say now.
Damn it.
And I'm sure it was a spark of genius. Damn it. Well, if you remember. Ivan Hawker
Messed
says
it up.
cameras on our shop and house. And we've trespassed a lot of people. We all need to stand up for those neighbors who cannot do it for themselves. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people who can't do much for themselves. And there's little things that you can do for everyone can do something. And, I know it may not work in Coos Bay or North Bend because I don't know how well the cops respond there. I know in places I lived, it wouldn't matter if you called the cops or not. But in places like Bandon, if we call the cops, they respond. And if you can get your neighbor or a couple of your neighbors to call the cops on the same people, they really come down hard. And so that's the trick we've learned is that when we've got scumbags hanging out at the end of the street, I'll call one or two of my neighbors after I have called the cops and said, hey, in a few minutes, would you call the cops and complain on those guys if they're still down there? And it's amazing how they show up real fast and kick ass.
Yeah, you've got a good chief of police down there. Go ahead, Perry.
It's a roll of the dice. It's not really a flip of the coin. It'd be more of a roll of the dice to know if the police would show up or not, or in a timely manner. All of these incidents with this one house, sometimes they'd be able to show up real quick. Other times, I didn't even call the police because they were dealing with a car versus pedestrian, and you knew that they were stuck. They were going to leave that spot for quite a while dealing with the investigating. And so one time I didn't even call, and that's one where I probably should have because this guy ended up almost running my truck over and stuff. But yeah, it's you never know what you'll get.
So what's the answer, guys? Chris?
Can't say it on air.
Oh, okay.
It's sheesh.
Well, Perry said it earlier. It's getting more people involved. It's the answer to everything. I mean,
that's a lot of it. So, if you removed everything else, if everybody in the community would step up and do what needs done, the problem would go away. You wouldn't need police. You wouldn't need government. You wouldn't need anything. It would be taken care of. Now, since we have all that stuff, we need our local leaders that will step up and do what's right. I've been proving over time that every government agency that has jurisdiction in this area chooses the homeless population over anything else. It doesn't matter how much you pollute. It doesn't matter how much they do anything. They choose to leave the homeless population, and they're not just homeless. They're the criminal homeless. They leave them alone. It doesn't matter if they're camping illegally. It doesn't matter what they're doing. If it's against ordinances, against the law, they don't care, and they will not do anything about it. So we need our local governments, state governments even, to start doing their job. But they won't.
Well, it's going to take a whole army of people, whole army of people. And I don't mean like a police army, like military army. I mean like just a big group of people fighting this. And like if Perry, Rob, and I go to a city council meeting, we're not going to get anywhere, right?
No.
And it's not even the city council meeting, right? It's like getting allies up there on the city council so that when 100 of us show up, we can really make a difference. So and how do we do that? Well, we need tons of people. And that's why Rob and I have been working so hard with the Republican Party, because this is a
we're looking
conservative
for
issue.
Republicans. And part of the reason is we're looking for Republicans who, if they can't make change on the council or the committee or the board that they are sitting on, then hold your ground, stand your ground, and let us know what's going on and speak out against the things that are happening on your district and in your committees. If you're going to be one of those Republicans who just gets on there and throws up your hands and says, oh, the only thing we can do is raise more taxes. The only thing we can do is just close off more roads and kill more access and take away more of your rights and more of your abilities in lieu of just putting people in jail. If you're going to be one of those Republicans, don't bother being a Republican, and certainly don't bother running for office, because the people we want to support are people like Carol Yardley, who sits in the school district in North Bend. Carol is the perfect example, and Michelle Roberts in the school board. She's another incredible person. And you know who else? Our newest elected Republican, Bill Taylor. He voted against that $12 million boondoggle of a transit station that they want to put out here. And we should thank him for that.
It's a transient station. You were right the first time.
Transient
It is
station.
a transient station. I was right the first time.
Yeah.
And Dory Harmon, when she talks about we Facebook shame people with our cameras, we need to continue shaming people with the abilities that we have, such as getting their picture, because the cops don't release their mugshots. And if you see some of these people, like that chick we just had on here, you know, they look great when they're in their 20s, but 10 years of meth later, they don't look so good, and they don't release their pictures anymore. Well, people out there are getting pictures of these criminals, and that's really cool too. You've gotten pictures of people's faces that we haven't seen in a while there, Perry.
Yeah, and it's you have to get recent pictures, because they will not look like even their Facebook pictures, because they're not showing what they look like now. I can promise you that.
Ivan Hawker says our officers are very responsive, and he's talking about the Myrtle Point police. And I can tell you right now, every experience I've ever had with Myrtle Point has been great with the cops. We've had to, I've dealt with them at the fair. I've dealt with them and other issues down there. And those Myrtle Point guys are pretty good. And there are another ones who are pretty responsive about, you don't see a whole lot of this going on in Myrtle Point.
And they go all over out of town too.
So you went to, what road is it that you were on that goes to Charleston, where you were showing all those camps, and how long of a stretch was it where you had all those homeless camps?
The recent ones on the bay?
Yeah.
That was a stretch of maybe 100 yards, maybe. And it was at Empire Boat Ramp right there, pretty much at the corner of Newmark and South Empire, and south for about 100 yards. Once you hit the sand down there by the water, it's only about 100 yards, and it had, I don't know, it wasn't a dozen camps, but it was close. And all the king tides pushed all their garbage that had been floating around, pushed it all right up, just like driftwood along the whole bank.
And the disgusting part is these people have to throw their garbage. They have to use the restroom all up and down here. You know what I mean? We're the environmentalists, because I saw the video of it, and well, frankly, that was just gross.
They don't care. Those criminal homeless, which they are criminals,
yeah,
in plenty of ways, they're a protected class. It was the agriculture, Oregon Department of Agriculture. I found out a way to get a hold of them, and they might actually want to get involved. And they said, no, it's not in their jurisdiction because there's no, crap, what are they called now? I can't remember.
Tillable
Shellfish.
land.
There's no shellfish.
involved. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, there's shellfish everywhere in the bay.
Yeah.
But I think they're actually talking about oysters, maybe. But if you buy oysters and you get your own clams, but dig your own clams up, if they're polluted, they're polluted.
Right.
Why does it matter if you buy them or get them yourself?
Exactly. That's gross.
Well, and I find it hard to believe that, it's like, oh, well, it's not our jurisdiction because it doesn't affect oysters, but it's like it's still affecting the quality of the water and the
Right.
pollution level along that area. So there's got to be, somebody that's, it's like well, of course, nobody's going to do anything about it because these people are there on purpose.
Right.
Because these, the homeless industrial complex makes billions of dollars, but it doesn't really care about the homeless people. It's just about the setting up ways to solve the homeless problem by funneling money through all our supporters who are funneling money back into my campaign. And, oh, yeah, and those homeless people, well, you just got to deal with, you got to treat them with compassion. I'm like, or not. I don't know.
Perry, does ODOT have jurisdiction on that side of the road?
So I glanced at Onyx, and it's one of those areas where there's squares of property and imaginary roads going through it.
Yeah.
So even though it's down on the beach and it's a wetland, it's either city road property or it's private property.
Is the beach considered a highway? State highway?
There's grid there. It's a grid there of roads and.
Yeah, the odd thing is there's still a lot of that that's platted as if it was going to be a community with streets and roads and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, we have some places down on like Lower 4 Mile where it's like, okay, you can have a lot, but it's like 50 yards offshore, It's like, good luck building there.
You're gonna have to raise that a little. Put that on stilts.
Yeah. Just a skosh. But yeah, I mean, ODOT, don't they have a like 40 feet from the center line, everything, is their easement? Isn't that their thing? Because I thought ODOT was like, you have to be like 20, 30, 40 feet back from the center line because that's ODOT's easement. So that would be curious to know if that road was an ODOT thing or a county thing, but sometimes you might be, hey, it's on your easement, you need to clean it up.
That's a good question. I don't know. They've got some campers on Highway 101 we'll have to deal with myself, just north of Bandon. I saw Chris yawning, and I'm tired as hell, and I kind of want to get the heck out of here and go home. That's okay.
I've had quite a week.
Yeah. It was a hell of a week this week, man. You guys don't know. I mean, Chris he had to prepare for a lawsuit and shit, or a law case, and we're doing this whole damn petition thing, which was nuts, Marty. You thought it was nuts for the recall? You should have seen this, man. 9 a.m, people are lining up.
I know. I love it. I mean, and that's the whole thing that we've been talking about is like, look at how many people are showing up to sign these petitions. I mean, when we had the recall going, people would be like doing 4-wheel Tokyo drifts. They'd drive by, they'd see the recall Kotex sign, and they'd be like, doing wheel spins to get into the parking lot. And now you're saying people are like knocking down the door to sign this stuff. And I've seen pictures from places and some of the people that are also volunteering all across the state, and they've got lines that go for like a block and a half. And we were saying, well, more people need to get involved to fix the situation in our state, in our county, in our towns. And we're seeing people can do it. It's just, how do you get them motivated? Right now, we got them motivated because they got $4.6 billion of taxes dropped on their head by Queen Kotek. And now she also did the for the emergency environmental protections, whatever's we're going to speed up the taxing rate for all fossil fuels. And it's like, well, they're panicking because their money faucet has been turned off. You don't get USAID anymore. You don't get a lot of NGOs anymore. All the people that used to be pumping a bunch of money into their campaigns and into their pocketbooks are being shut off. I mean, the cartels have been running the state of Oregon for quite a while. It's like, what was it? They had the state of Oregon had like a $2 million home that was being used by Trendy Agua, and it was like, it's a gang, it's a cartel. They're using this house, and everybody knew it. And it's like, okay, well, now all that stuff's being cut off, and they're like, oh my God, we got to pass a bunch of taxes because, well, where are we going to get all our money? In the meantime, this will collapse at some point, but look at all the people lining up to sign this petition. And this is, this is proof positive that we can get it done. There are people that are willing to get involved. Now, I would like to see more people volunteering to work at the headquarters, but maybe
there's been a lot.
Yeah,
we've had like 2 or 3 new
yeah.
people each day showing up to just be there and talk with people and hand out flyers and
Cool.
it's been nuts.
Yeah, because I know earlier in the discussion, I think it was the farm guy, Stock Family Farms, and he's like, "Yeah, everybody at my church wants to sign, but I can't get them down there." And it's like, well, there's nothing keeping him from coming down and picking up a petition or two and a clipboard and going out to his
him
church.
petitions. Chris, did we give him petitions?
I can't remember.
Yeah, but
he said he'd be back. We'll get him petitions. Not a big deal.
but I guess the point is that it's pretty easy to train people to do this. So if they want to take it to their church or to their coffee clash or the people that are quilting or whatever, swing by. We'll give you a clipboard. We'll give you a couple of signature sheets. We'll give you the rules and the regulations on how to do it. It'll take us all of like 5 minutes to teach you how to do it. And then you too can get out there and hit your church and hit your social club and hit your whatever and get signatures and be part of the solution. And
be part of the solution.
And as we're seeing now, here's the QR code to become a precinct committee person, because that's how you take control of your local area, your precinct. It's like it's a small area in the county that is localized to where you live. And so chances are it's your neighbors. And chances are it's your local businesses. So if you are a precinct committee person, you are the person on the ground that can talk to them about what would you like to see the Republican Party do.
So Chris, how many are we up to right now?
Like new people, we're at around 50. Might be. I think we're over 50 at this point. Yeah.
Because I think we're going to have 4 more coming in from the petition gathering. We got 4 more. I think you got 2, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah. And somebody asked what are the responsibilities. So I shared my screen there, Rob, if you can put it up.
Cool,
so if you go to Oregon.gop, so if you type in like Oregon Republican Party into Google, you'll get to their webpage. And that's what their webpage looks like. And then if you go under elections and then become a PCP, so then you got this page and it'll explain it to you. What the responsibilities are, what it's like to be a PSP, why they're important. But like Marty said, essentially you're a neighborhood representative. That's what you're doing. And you can be as involved or as little involved as you want. You have the right to be a volunteer and to be a representative of your neighborhood. There's 150 vacancies in Coos County. So even if you only attend 1 meeting a year, well, that's 1 meeting more than the 0 we're getting for the person who's in the vacancy, because it's vacant. There's no one. There's no one in that vacancy attending the meetings right now. So if you come to one or do literally anything for our party to help, one day you help for 1 day, that's 1 day more that we're getting than prior. So
Yeah, I had
It'd be
somebody
great if
chirping.
everybody. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say I had somebody chirping at me, going, "But Marty, you're only here like half of the year. You're like one of those rain birds. You're only in Bandon for like 7-8 months, and for the other 4 months, you're not in town. Why should I vote for you to be PCP?" And I said, "Precinct 18 right now has zero,
Exactly.
which
There's
means
4
if I'm
precincts that out of the 18 that are not being represented right now in our
so if I'm only here
county.
half the time, that's a half. That's way more than zero. And besides, I don't disappear for 4 months. I'm just I can
Exactly.
communicate in other ways. Look, I'm not in Bandon, but you can talk to me and you can see me. Ooh, think of that.
And
That's
to
the
go back
point.
to the point of what we were saying at the beginning of the show, this is what's being denied to more than 15,000 registered Republicans who are not being represented in their party. And there are more than 50 people who want to be PCPs right now, and they're being denied their ability to participate in the party, and that's just sad.
Yep. Pretty weird.
Pretty weird. Well, let's go through these commercials real quick. You guys know these people. 3H Tree Service for all those tree service needs, 541-294-1800. Great people to talk to. Come in. They can take out those trees with surgical precision and leave you with a wonderful view. You'll almost think they've done it for a couple of years, and they have. They've been doing it a long time. So Matt Holman and crew can take care of you over at 3H Tree Service. I highly recommend them. And go check out their videos on their Facebook page at 3H Tree Service. I don't know if you guys saw the last couple of their videos. They're actually pretty cool. Then there is Tom and Gigs, another great sponsor. I got to get over there and see you, Shanna and Tim. I've been trying to get over there, get your signature, and leave you a petition. I apologize. I've been really busy at the headquarters, but that's okay. We'll get to you, Tommy Gigs, for all those automotive needs. If you need struts, shocks, get an alignment, you need to find out if your car is travel worthy. I don't know if my car is travel worthy. I need to get over there and find that out. I don't know if Marty's car is travel worthy after he's been
I know mine is because I just drove 800 miles in it on a new fresh set of tires.
On a new fresh set of tires. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got
performance
accessories too. Yeah. And not only that, but they not only can they fix your real car, but they can hook you up with an RC car as well. Sorry, RC Surfers, no longer in stock. But you can get an RC car. You can get an RC, what's that, an off-road vehicle kind of thing. Like a
mini XRT.
Mini
Four-wheel
XRT.
drive.
And you look at these things and you go, wow, those are cool RC cars. And then you realize, hey, these are bigger than those little dinky RC cars. No, these are huge RC cars. Look at the size of that thing. That's not a midget holding that car. That's a normal-sized human being holding that car. So,
Yeah,
there is a man.
My grandkid could ride on that thing. You'd probably have to license that if you drove that down the street. That's some crazy shit.
Only if you tie two of them together.
Yeah, don't say that out loud because it'll be tomorrow. Tina Kotek said that RC cars must now have licenses.
Yep, and we're going to charge you. We're going to put that on the gas tax, double fee for the RC cars.
No queens.
And it's no helicopter. No, it's the Hero Copter. And Tannerite.
Tannerite.
Yeah, but you got to be 21. No, you got to be 18. You have to be 18 to buy Tannerite. None of that 21-year-old stuff. So, yeah, you can be 18 to buy Tannerite, but you can't smoke pot while you're doing it.
Herbal Choices Cannabis for all those Herbal Choices needs for anyone out there who wants to find a dispensary that's a one-stop shop. I would highly recommend Herbal Choices, and they do got a sale going on. They have a happy hour, and you need to go check out their stores. They have 5 locations. They have one in Charleston, one in Coos Bay, one in Bandon, one in North Bend, one in Reedsport, and you have to remember you must be 21 years or older and do not operate heavy equipment or drive while under the influence of this drug or any other drug, I'd imagine. Oh, and abstinence. Yes. I've been selling this.
Yeah,
I've got it in a bottle now, Marty, and I finally found the pitch. Are you
That's
a
absent.
whore? Well, try some abstinence. That was one of my pitches. Are you a
Some abstinence.
fentanyl addict? Try some abstinence, okay?
Buy it in the 55-gallon drum because there's nothing that says abstinence like buying a whole lot of it.
I'm going to sell it in a bottle, and people are going to open up the bottle, and there's going to be nothing there, and it's going to be right. It's up to you to stop it. There ain't no place you can go to stop your drug addiction. There ain't no magic cure. There's no drug to cure you from the drug that you're on. You know what's going to cure you? Abstinence. Shit.
You know, we made that pledge to. Well, I pledged to curse less, and I did not succeed on this show, but I have been watching my mouth on your Monday shows and on my Wednesday shows. So, and in public, I've been on my best behavior. I gave myself
Marty's
a
doing
cheat
more
day.
now. Marty's got 10 more habits.
Marty's foul.
Well, thank you. Are we talking foul as in quack quack duck, or are we just talking foul as in you're just?
I don't know. Words are just coming out of my mouth. I'm
I'm
tired.
not answering that question.
Jeez, I leave for a couple of days and everybody hates me already. Normally, it takes months for that to happen.
It normally just takes months. Abstinence. Yeah. Will try some abstinence. A little less hate. He will abstain from the hate.
We should make a commercial for these, like Marty can narrate. We can just sit there and a little abstinence.
It almost looks like those things that they had on Saturday Night Live, where it's like, I can't remember his name, but it was like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and darn it, people like me. But you could tone it like that, where it's like abstinence.
That's what I was going to do, yeah, and have it in this nice package, and people would open it up, and there's nothing there, or a nice little note.
Talking about his nice package again.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I'm going to sell it. That's why I'm telling you about package. I'm going to call Amazon, and I'm going to hit up Bezos. I'm going to go, hey, dude, I'm going to sell abstinence, and he's going to go, what the fuck? I said, man, it's better than bottled water. And you just open it up and you just do it. It's abstinence.
Do you know what kills me? Those cans in the grocery or in the gas station, the Liquid Death. It's like a 16-ounce tall boy can of water called Liquid. Yeah. And the one day though I was so thirsty, I bought one and it was actually delicious. It was like lime. Ah, man, society. Anyways.
Okay, where was I?
$2 canned water.
Let's see. Oregon Firearms Federation. Geez, do we still have a Second Amendment rights? I haven't checked. I've been busy.
No, they just did another thing today. They set a date for when that law goes into effect, and they signed the thing where public offices, public buildings can now put up a notice and say you can't carry a firearm in there. It's crazy. It's like you don't get to choose the time and place and manner at which somebody freaking pulls a gun and starts shooting everybody.
Right.
And it's like I'd rather have my gun there at that moment when it happens.
Well, I was going to say, don't they kind of choose it by not having us be armed? That's their choosing.
Yeah.
Right? You don't like it because you're not getting Cotex's monthly emails.
Dude,
she explains it right in her email.
See, you're right.
Yeah.
I couldn't read it.
I sent it to Chris. It's bad. It's bad.
Just even her stupid pictures. It's so bad. Let me find it. Or did you get it, Rob?
Find it. I'll share it.
Oh, it's
gross.
Band and Gun Club. Go there. Learn to shoot. Tiger Sports Park. TigerSportsPark.org. Go there and learn to shoot.
Long distance.
Oh, what about this group? I've heard about this group. This is a bunch of vigilantes who wear white sheets and pointed hats and burn crosses.
Take pictures.
Yeah, I know this.
Hold on, they're Democrats?
Yeah. How dare you rewrite history?
Yeah, I always wondered why, like some of the better known lesbians, why they insist on looking like straight white males. I mean, Tina, Rachel Maddow. I mean, you look at those pictures and you're like going, that just looks like Jeff from the marketing department. It's like a straight white male look. I mean, what's going on with this?
I don't know. She kind of
there.
looks sexy in that
She
androgynous
looks
Orville
Davidson.
Redenbacher kind of look.
Oh yeah, Pete Davidson. I have no idea why that guy. Somebody thought that guy was funny, similar to who's
I
the
think
guy
he's
that does?
funny.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
not
offended.
not my cup of tea, I guess.
Oh my gosh. See, I can't. Why did you send this to me, Perry? What is wrong with you?
I had to read it.
Why would you read this? Strengthening
can't-
firearm safety. Like, come on, disarming the public is what it should read. Be freaking real with people. I
Yeah,
would
I mean-
literally have to disarm myself to enter a building now that had that posted notice outside, which like people from their side think that that's great because they're like,
Yeah.
well, that means that you wouldn't be able to shoot people. It's like,
No,
I don't carry my gun around so that I can just open fire randomly in public. That's not at all what it's for.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
pretty
mean-
sure gas tax is in there too. And you can't even tell that that's what she's talking about.
Do I have to look for it? Is this like
Well, I saw the
keeping-
keeping the roads clear in the winter
Yeah.
thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
so that was a little
that
farther
what it
down.
was?
It's
Yeah,
funny
this
in
guy.
the comments, a whole bunch of women are saying that Tina doesn't look like a woman, and this is coming from other women.
Yeah, that's a dude.
Look at what Ivan Hawker says. This is hilarious. DBS couldn't be on the list. He was busy fondling Brainerd in his mom's basement.
Not entirely inaccurate.
Yeah.
Not entirely inaccurate. There we go.
I want to stop. looking at this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Let's
How do we
get that
stop
straight.
this? There we go.
Well,
Get it off the
the
screen.
whole thing is about the no gun zone, and it's like you can't have a gun in this area, which means if you are an active shooter, if you are somebody that has ill content or malcontent or whatever you want to say it, if you're a bad person and you're going to go shooting, where are you going to go? You're going to go to a building that says no firearms allowed because all the law-abiding folks aren't going to have a gun. So you have less chance of being shot by somebody who's trying to protect the building. So,
It'd be kind of like putting up a speed limit sign and thinking people would follow it, or like
Right.
like the people who want to speed are going to go faster than that sign says, or like putting up a no rape zone sign in a school and like think that the teachers aren't going to mess with their kids. Like, no, somebody will, because there's perverts that get in there because they want to do it and they'll find a way.
no
So,
pedophilia
Chris-
signs. No pedophilia signs at Southwest Oregon Community College have worked out real well.
Right?
Perry
It would just
left.
magically solve all the problems. Oh no, where'd Perry go?
Imploded.
Did we mean to lose him?
He's like that. He just kind of disappears when he wants to go.
Like somebody shined the bat symbol up
I
in
think
there.
so. That could be, that could be. Chris, do you want to respond to the comment that's on the screen right there?
Yeah, I found that this morning.
Yeah, H-Ray.
The dude took. I probably have a screenshot of it. Let me do. Oh crap! Where are my screenshots?
Yeah, but Atria is a huge conglomerate that owns like Marlboro on the tobacco products that are from plants, and then they also do a lot of vaping, but they also they're big into cannabis as well. So it's a huge conglomerate that does that, and they dropped $5,000 on him just recently.
So
yeah,
why
like
should I
a couple
care?
weeks ago.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, so what?
So what?
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
kinda-
Well, it's just bizarre. Like, why is a cigarette company giving him money? Like, what does it even mean? Like, do they like the decisions he's been making and that they're benefiting the cigarette company? Or do they expect him to start
DBS
making decisions that they're going to like in the future? It's super
I'll tell you
weird.
what it is. I didn't know. You said it was a tobacco company this morning, Chris. I
Yes.
didn't know they were into pot. You know
Yeah,
what
they're
it
into
is
pot as
that
well.
DBS has voted in favor of marijuana and easing marijuana laws and regulations.
So it's sort of like
I don't
LaMota
know.
or
So,
whatever.
so
You
if
know,
I put the images up on the screen and people can research this company, and what I really don't like is the disingenuousness of the company, the dishonesty. Like, it is a tobacco powerhouse company. They profit off of selling cigarettes, and then all over their website is about how they're about helping people stop using their products.
Right.
Like, that's insane. Imagine going to like Kellogg's cereal website and it's promoting their cereal, but half the site tells you that you need to stop eating the cereal because it's bad for
yeah.
you. And they have all these
Well,
studies showing you how disgusting the cereal harms your body. Like, it
I
is
was going to say, I wouldn't really
insanity.
have a problem if someone owned a church and owned a pornography shop. We're going to let them sin on Friday night and Saturday night, and then we're going to pray for the Lord on Sunday. If that's what they want to do, I don't know. I'm just not.
You're a weird man, Rob Taylor. You're a
I
weird man.
am.
No, but I can, yeah, no, but I get the whole point of, cigarette companies basically have to say, we want to help you stop smoking. That's why they have the Surgeon General's warning on the side of every pack and so forth and so on, because by law they're dictated to do that. That's why you can't see cigarette ads on TV anymore. So,
They're
by law, they
scum.
probably have to say that on their website. But it's like,
No.
yeah, you're right. I mean, it is kind of weird. You don't go to the Kellogg site and they say, by the way, eating sugar sweetened cereals will give you diabetes and probably give you like a lot of other issues. Maybe you ought to eat something healthy. Why don't you go over to the eatfruitsandnuts.com. Thanks for thanks for stopping at Kellogg's.
Well, yeah, Ozempic probably sells, you know what I mean? There's probably drug makers who sell contradictory drugs.
Yeah.
If you take this drug, it will make you sterile. Well, if you take this drug, it will make you fertile. And you know what I mean? It's like one cures one thing and one cures another. And
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No, if you read, for the longest time, there was a lot of, they weren't doing disclaimers on drug ads anymore. And then when Make America Healthy Again guys said, we're going to stop all advertising for pharmaceuticals, it was like all of a sudden all these disclaimers are on the bottom. Now it's in 2-point font and going by almost impossibly fast to read, but you'll read the side effects for even the most simplest of things. And it's like pretty much all of them say, yeah, this will kill you. And you're like, well, at least it'll keep me from having jiggly legs.
Well, they last night I was at the casino and drinking booze. I wasn't drinking booze, but there were people there drinking booze. I won't mention any names, but they were there drinking booze. And there was a cigarette machine. I haven't seen this in years. They have a cigarette machine, man.
They do?
Yeah,
Wow.
you can put coins in or maybe paper. I don't know what you put in it, but there was an
have to
actual.
drop a 20 on it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't got that kind of money to
that
smoke.
Anything in red, for anybody who looks stuff up on Orstar, anything in red is from an outside the district or outside the state. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why is Idaho Power Company giving him $500?
Yeah.
And what does Idaho Power Company, what is their main focus? What kind of power, I wonder? Interesting.
Well, where do they get their power? Are they getting it from like Bonneville and that kind of stuff? So I don't know.
And he's just taking lifts, for his campaign, right? I mean, he's in the middle of a campaign, isn't he? Oh wait, he isn't.
He's not in
office right now. He's just taking lift from the donation money. Our county party, who has no money, gave him $1,000, and he's using it to pay for his lift.
Janessa's going cheap.
More cigarettes.
Janessa says it's cheap Oregon power. I don't know, Janessa.
Maybe it has a broader reach, and it just the headquarters is in Idaho. I don't know. Yeah. But he's all the way on the coast, so I don't know.
Yeah, but even and Lenny had a point about the like Oregon State Lottery and every ad you see for hey, you DraftKings, you too can bet on whatever, and it's like the whole bottom of the screen is here's a bunch of 800 numbers to help you stop gambling.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. So, okay, let me share my screen here because I just finally, yeah, thank you. You're good at that. You're real good at that.
It's
Okay,
my
so
only
how do
power. I can remove something from the screen. I can't add it. Take it down. Can yank it.
it's his superpower is adding stuff to the screen. Okay, so here's Idaho Power. And Idaho Power is, let's see, looking for ways to save. Small energy savings can go a long way. Check out our energy efficiency tips for fall. And let's see, oh, they got rainbow trout recently stocked. That's lovely. I don't see any windmills yet. That's good. Supporting Chinook salmon and steelhead. Okay, that's interesting.
Snake burger.
So,
Where's the really cool science experiment where you hook a potato up to two, like, metal leads and it lights a light bulb up or something, Potato
oh,
power.
wait a minute. Where did I just see this? Energy environment. See if solar is right for me. Okay. Solar power options and customer generation. So he voted for a couple of good solar bills. This is why he got money. This is the same reason he got money by that guy who's on the port. You know who I'm talking about, Chris, the guy who owns the energy company or works on the energy company. Stevens, is his name Stevens?
Oh, Kyle Stevens.
Yeah, that guy right there gave DBS or the pack that his company gave a bunch of money to gave DBS 25 grand, I believe it was. And that's because of the solar bills and of course the wind turbine bill, because David Brock Smith created the bill that brought in the roadmap.
I think it's weird that he's getting the money from like the out of state cigarette company and stuff like that. It's weird. It's not even a campaign season. And he's just using it. He's using it all throughout his tenure for random stuff like hotels and conferences and for the Oregon Republican Party and Lyft and food and parties. I mean, it's very, very strange. It's not at all how normal people would operate a campaign.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
So.
well, and we see the amount of money he was getting from, the Tuttle tokens he was getting, and that was a California Democrat managing a hedge fund that, had billions of dollars in Chinese investments, and it's like, yeah, nothing fishy going on there.
But here's the bottom line. If we don't like them and we don't like what's happening, we got to find somebody else who's better. So honestly, until we do, that should be our focus, not
Right.
running through. I mean, it's one thing to point out, oh, you got 5K from a tobacco company, but at this point, we're just, we got move on.
And we're spinning our wheels. We need a good candidate to take this guy out. That's all there is to it. But look at this, though. We support renewable energy sources, including wind, geothermal, biomass, cogeneration, and small hydro. Find out details about each: wind, solar, geothermal, all that good stuff. Yay! So that's why they're giving him money. He voted for those solar bills.
What about nukes? Come on.
Nope, no nukes. I was looking for that. No nuclear.
Yeah. Let's get back into nuclear generation. I mean, we have, 5,000 ships in the Navy that have been doing nuclear power since the 50s.
Yeah.
It seems to work.
I think Chris could build one. Chris, I want you to get on that. When Marty comes back, we can help you out. And a nuclear plant.
Yeah. You can make a nuclear plant. Just a small one.
I generate my own power as it is. I have solar. I don't use it, but I do have two or three wind mills, small ones, wind turbines, and I can do water as well, hydro. But we don't really, it's easier to reduce your consumption. I mean, we have like 10% at least, maybe less than the normal household in terms of consumption. So then you don't have to generate a lot, we don't have a microwave, things like that. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like At one time, I had 2.2 kilowatts of solar power generation. I was actually
Oh
producing more
wow.
electricity than I was using.
Yeah.
And also had a battery backup array and an automatic transfer switch and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I'm fine with solar in limited context. If you really want to do solar in a big way, there's a lot of warehouses that have a lot of flat roofs. You can put a lot of solar up there. You don't need to put it out in somebody's field and stop farming.
Especially the government, Marty. There's enough government buildings. You could line them up between here and Seattle, no problem. They should be able to
Yeah.
put plenty of them on these government buildings out there.
Yeah, and then Samantha makes a point where it's like, even if we did find a good candidate, until we end vote by mail, what are we no matter how good the candidate is, how are we going to get them in there if we
Well,
still have the
there's
same election system?
multiple facets. We did
Yeah,
have a great candidate in Todd Vaughn,
yeah,
but we
Excellent
have
candidate.
two or three captured parties, right? Douglas, Coos, Curry.
Right.
Not really effective. I don't think Curry's that bad, but
no, Curry's
um,
actually
Fine.
comparatively Curry's in pretty good
Curly.
shape. Curly is in pretty good shape.
I threw up a picture there for Rob of my small little solar array. I have a couple more, but that's my main one
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
behind my garden in the sunny spot.
Hook that to the van.
There you go.
David?
My van stalled 3 times in the parking lot today. See, I told you I needed a new engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like sunflowers in your garden.
Yeah, you have to rip off that whole front end of your van to put that engine in. I always joke you
Oh,
you got to rip the whole back end off that front and
Yep.
Sounds horrible.
yeah, well, it is. And doing a tranny, I did a couple of those when my dad had a van.
Wording. Just horrible wording.
You and your
And at
dad
the
did a
end of the
tranny?
show, Rob
Yeah, Rob?
says he's doing a tranny, and we're done.
Wow, I can't believe I said that.
and you
See?
didn't even notice you said it.
I didn't even notice I said that because back in the day nobody would care because that's just what we did. We did trannies back in the day.
I
But
can't even.
I can't even. No, but a transmission, you know what I mean? We did a
Oh yeah.
transmission job. Jeez, you people are dirty. You got dirty minds.
It's that whole abstinence thing. If we can now that we're
We're deprived.
now that we're deprived, everything is dirty.
What are those power? They power everything.
The wind blows and I have dirty thoughts. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What do they power, Chris? Everything, right?
Yep. Well, I have like a propane fridge, so I'm not totally off grid, right? Because technically I have to go to the grid to get the propane. But we could do it on electric. But yeah, I mean, we just don't normally have lights on when we don't need them, and don't use a microwave. Got a wood stove, barely use any electricity. So.
Danessa, I know you were watching. We've got all the lights out here except this one strip up here. I just want you to know we're keeping we're keeping electricity down.
Power bill down. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was
I mean,
hanging out
this place has got a lot of lights. I mean, it's
Did
I
we-
have to.
Did
Which,
we
by
get
the
one
way,
yet?
we're what?
Did we
I
get a
said
power bill yet?
There was some times when I was hanging out there by myself where I just had one strip of lights on. I didn't have the fans going. I'm just like, what's the until somebody shows up, I'm just going to sit in the dark and sit under one light and like work on my laptop.
So we're going to be moving soon. We're probably going to be moving, or hopefully we're going to be moving down, up. Is it up or down? Up the
I
ways.
think it's
couple of
lower
doors.
in letters, so I guess that'd be moving up.
Up. So we're going to be moving up a couple
Well, we
of
don't know that
doors,
yet.
and we'll be moving in. We think, we don't know. We're working on other things, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to pull this stuff together.
We've got big plans. We'll see if it happens.
We got big plans. If we pull off what we are planning, that'd be fun. We'll tell you about it, Marty, later. But you know,
Yeah.
you guys we're always planning. That's the nice thing. That's what I always really enjoyed about you guys. You're always into the let's plan.
Excellent.
Excellent. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I went through 58,000 pages of documents in the last 2 days. I'm having fun.
So how's that going?
It's entertaining. We got our first big bushel basket of documents from the Vaughn Loomis case, and so it's fun because they're really going. It's very similar to Coos County, where they're going out of their way to make it as hard as possible to get through this data. So fun.
Yeah, that's what when we were talking about this, I kind of knew that's what they were going to do. They were just going to do a huge data drop on you and smother you with information, and that sucks. Sorry about that.
Since I went through this with Coos County, I've written a lot of software tools that allows me to tear all this stuff apart pretty easily. It's just wading through it, because what they did, as opposed to calling the BP 035 report BP 035, they called it Douglas 00001.pdf. And then every single document is called Douglas some number.pdf. So I have to go through every single one of those to figure out what's inside of it. And then I can say, oh, okay, this is the BP 035, this is the BP 044, this is that, this is the OCVR, blah, 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 blah. But I have to wade through it all first, and that's what I've been doing the last 2 days. Fun.
Fun.
What a nerd.
I know.
Kind of nerdy.
Why are you so smart?
It's important.
Oh, if I was really that smart, would I be doing this? No.
Good point. Well, folks, I've had a lot of fun tonight, and I'm tired as all hell. Chris, is there anything you want to say to everyone?
Keep at it, Coos County. You guys are doing something cool. I've seen it this week. We're on the move. So.
We did see it this week. That was really cool this week. All the people who came in. I had a good time talking to everyone.
As much as we can complain about, there's a lot to be very, very grateful for and very proud of that we've accomplished this year. So, love you too, Sam.
Marty, I like your background. Your background is back.
It is. That was a painting I did back in the 80s.
I call it the Johnny Quest painting. Doesn't that look like Johnny Quest?
You painted that?
Yeah. I was trying to emulate a comic book cover. So yeah.
What drugs were you on?
I did it on actually I wasn't.
It looks like Rob and Drag.
Oh my God.
I
No, the teeth are too straight. That couldn't be me.
There you go.
Wrong.
And we leave everyone with that visual.
Yeah, that's
we should do drag night and all dress up as women for the show for a Friday night.
Okay, I'm going to answer that with a no, hell no. I don't
Rob,
let my granddaughter paint
you would
my
be a
nails.
beautiful woman.
My granddaughter is always wanting me to play princess, and I end up with tiaras and stuff in my hair. And yeah, that's as much.
About the only thing I could say is he would look better than Dee Dee Murphy, and that's not saying much.
Nicole Taylor said no in all caps. The only comment of the night. No, she does not want to see us.
Hi, Nicole. Hi, Rod. Hey,
Good
Rod,
idea.
look, I'm wearing your shirt.
Hey, look at that.
Rod Taylor.
He's flashing us.
I'm flashing you.
You look like Superman, like Clark Kent, like you just you ripped it open. Oh, I checked in with Perry. His phone died because he was on a hotspot.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, unfortunately,
All right.
he dropped out.
Nicole says hi, guys.
Hi, Nicole.
Beautiful.
Let's see it. That's very ambiguous, Nicole, and it's very late.
Let me see
Don't
if I can
tempt
get
us.
this.
Oh, the whole shirt. That's a good shirt. It really is.
Look how clear that is. I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see if we can. There we
Nope.
go. Ron Taylor. The man, the myth.
The commissioner.
So I got a bunch of these shirts. It's funny. I got Janie German from back in, God, it was 2008 when she ran. Oh, look, he's got a hawker.
Hawker boys.
Yeah, Ivan mentioned that earlier where it was like, hey, nice hat.
So Ivan says, yeah, Chris's hat is cooler than your shirt.
Ivan, we got to sync up, and you got to educate me on what you do for a living, because people have been asking me, and I do not think I've been giving them a solid answer. So I'm like, it's something with electric static, and it coats something
Those little
with plastic particles. I think that's right.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't know.
Oh,
he
powder
coats
coating.
stuff, huh?
So powder coating, basically.
Powder
yeah.
coating and fabrication.
Yeah. So powder coating is you basically put a charge on some metal and you spray some special paint on it, and it essentially bonds to the metal.
Is that cup powder coated? Is that what that is?
I
says
thought
powder
it
coating.
might have been, but it's not. I don't think it is. Usually that stuff's rough, isn't it? Is this powder coated there, Ivan? This cup? This is
Could
a
be
nice
delayed.
cup. I have to tell you, this is
Those
a
are really nice cups. Yeah.
So
Or it's just
someone
an
used this
advertisement,
cup
dude.
here, and we don't have a sink, so I'm going to take it home and wash it and bring it back
No.
full of coffee.
Did someone use it? If it had little spots, they were just water spots. I used it to fill up the pitcher.
Oh,
It's clean.
Okay.
And when the hot coffee goes in there, it sanitizes it. You're good. You're good.
Exactly. Coffee kills everything.
It does.
Oh,
I don't
and
know if
so
that's true.
signature gathering. People are going to be around tomorrow, correct? Are people going to be
So
around
tomorrow, Amy Colton is going to be in Lakeside at the McKay's from 11 to 2. She may stay longer if there's a lot of people showing up. So that's McKay's from 11 to 2. Vanessa, are you going to be around tomorrow at your shop? Are you doing that? Because I know there's other places. McKay's are going to have people, and we're going to be open. What time are you going to get here there, Chris?
I mean, I'll be there pretty early, but coffee starts at 8. I'll have everything ready at 8. I mean, you could probably come in at 7, and I should be there. But 8 to 11, you can stop anytime. I threw the graphic up in there for you, Rob. But yeah, every Saturday from 8 to 11, we do coffee, and people have been bringing pastries and things, and it's been a pretty cool time. We like 40 or 50 people last week. That was absolutely wild and unexpected, but also very cool.
Yeah, so
And
Kuzak
so we like the donuts. We're not complaining about the donuts, but if you could bring like bananas, oranges, and maybe, I don't know, grapefruit, that would be good too. Not a lot, just a few. But
That would be
man,
delicious.
yeah, because the donuts, we love them, but man, I just had to throw out a week,
You've been fisting donuts all week, man.
and I've been eating them, man. Those little powdered, you people are trying to kill me. That's what's
Steak.
going on.
Ivan said
here.
steak. Yes, please.
Steak would be great.
Yeah.
I guess we could bring our own steak, but it just, when someone gifts you a steak, that just sounds better.
So
Yeah,
Ivan says he has these cups made. That cup there, made at MML Engraving. And they do a
Okay,
nice
yeah,
job.
those are nice. Yep.
Those- keep your
Yeah.
business local.
Oh, Amanda
And
says
yeah.
he's a welder. That makes more sense.
Well, that's what
So
fabric
Janessa's going to she says yes, Kuzag and Appliance tomorrow. Yes.
9 to 5.
And she says, dudes, what does she say? Dudes, he's a welder fabricator. He fixes things and builds. Oh, okay.
Really cool.
You guys are reading this too fast.
Okay.
Yeah, we're too fast, Rob.
You're too fast, man.
It's us.
You steak. Rob needs diet food. I need diet food. Well, I don't need diet food, but I mean, not.
He needs like green pepper slices and grapefruits.
Donuts are just not going to cut it, man.
Celery sticks.
That I love it. Though. Burritos.
Yes,
So,
Jennifer brought burritos. Those were
Jennifer,
freaking
thank you
bomb.
for the burritos. And
Yes.
Paylene, she brought those cinnamon rolls that were kick ass.
She even made
Marty.
the icing.
Oh,
Marty,
man.
you missed the best cinnamon rolls. Damn, dude.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a cinnamon roll.
And MML is in Myrtle Point.
Cool.
That's cool. All right.
Wow.
That's very cool stuff. So tomorrow you're going to be here, and I will be there probably
And is it
sometime
gonna
around
be-
11.
Is it going to be at most of the McKays or just the one at?
I think it's supposed to be at all of them.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's supposed to be at all of them, but I don't know if they're all going to be at the same time. So do look at them at McKay's and look at them at. They should be on the website. Stop the gas tax. Someone told me there were some on the website. I don't know if they were still up there. Marty's looking.
Yeah. Locations. Sign today. Sign tomorrow. Click here. Coos. Now you got to remember my alphabet.
See, all McKay's in Coos County, Nicole says. And I know that's true for McKay's in Curry County. The one in Brookings is going to have people there. I just don't know what time.
Yeah, so Cozy Kitchen from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Myrtle Point. McKay's Market, 12 to noon in Coquille. McKay's Market, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Coos Bay. McKay's Market in Coos Bay on 7th Street, 10 to 5. Bandon, 10 to 4. Lakeside, 10 to 4. Prineville, well, we're in Crook County now, so screw that. So anyway, McKay's, 10 to 5 mostly. And then Cozy Kitchen, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then, of course, you guys from Chris will be there for his morning coffee. And then hopefully people will be there most of the day. So it's Saturday is sign-in day. Make sure you get out and do some signing.
Thanks,
All
Brian.
right. All right. That's good stuff. And thank you all for watching. Nicole, Vanessa, Ivan, Steve, Samantha, and everyone else who tuned in. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for joining us. And thank you, Perry. I'm sorry your phone went out. We can't.
We've got a
shut
good
up.
team.
We got a good team. It's all right. We're doing all right. All right, guys. Well, until next time, carry on, Coos County. Carry on, and I'll talk to you all later.